Tonight I tell you something simple and terrible and beautiful. The life you are living now is nothing but the state you have been occupying. Not fate, not luck, not the will of another. The state you return to in the silence of your mind when no one is watching you, when the day is done and you lie on your bed and replay your life. That state has become your world. It must. And if you dare to occupy a different state, your world must change. Not someday, not maybe. Now, on the level of cause. So I speak to you as one speaking late at night, to you alone, as if there were no other being in existence. You who think you are at the mercy of circumstances. You who think money or love or health or opportunity belong to some distant power outside yourself. I say to you, you are not facing circumstances. You are facing your own state made visible. Imagination creates reality. Assumption hardens into fact. Feeling is the secret. State is everything. You do not get what you want, you get what you are, meaning the state you occupy and accept as natural. When you understand this, fear begins to lose its hold on you. You have been taught to wrestle with shadows, to complain about conditions, to blame others, to blame the past, to blame yourself. But everything you call your life is only the outpicturing of your inner state. Change the state, and the picture must follow. It must. Close your eyes for a moment. Forget the day. Forget your name, your age, your history. Let it all slip away. You are awareness itself. Pure I am. Not I am poor. Not I am alone. Not I am sick. Just I am. That bare feeling of being, that simple sense that you are, that is the root, the only true identity. Upon that pure I am, you have piled stories, titles, wounds, failures, victories. You have said, I am the one they left. I am the one who can't get ahead. I am the one with this diagnosis. And because you believed it, because you felt it as real, the world obediently reflected it like a mirror, faithfully reflecting the face that bends over it. I tell you tonight, the mirror is not your enemy, it is your servant. It cannot show you anything except the state you occupy. So if you would change the reflection, do not polish the mirror. Change the face you present to it, your inner state. This is not imagination as a child's game. This is imagination as the only power that creates your world. Let me tell you of a man who once came to me in the inner sense. He said, I am down to my last dollar. Everything is closing in. I have tried working harder. I have begged. I have borrowed. I have done everything I know to do. Nothing works. And I said to him, your last dollar is not your problem. Your state is. You stand in the state of a man who is losing, a man who is cornered, a man who is terrified of tomorrow. As long as you occupy that state, every effort you make will simply confirm it. You will get more of what you are. I told him, forget your bank account for a moment. Close your eyes. Feel yourself to be a man who is deeply, quietly secure. Do not ask how. Do not ask where the money will come from. Do not figure it out. Just enter the state of financial security as you would put on a coat. What does it feel like to know that your accounts are full, that your obligations are met with ease, that you can bless others out of your overflow, not someday? Now, let the scene rise in you. See the numbers if you like. See the balance you desire. Feel your shoulders relax. Feel your breath deepen. Feel the sweet, simple relief of knowing it is taken care of. Do not reach toward it. Stand in it. Live in the end. He did not argue with me. He went off and did as I told him. Each night, instead of rehearsing his fears, he rehearsed his fulfillment. He would lie on his bed and feel himself already out of debt, already in surplus, already free. He allowed that feeling to become his home, his secret dwelling place. Then life did what life must do. Within weeks, an old acquaintance whom he had long forgotten brought an opportunity he could never have planned, a position that matched his talents and paid him far beyond what he had ever known. He did not chase it. He did not plot it. He simply changed the state, and the bridge of incidents carried him from the old world to the new. You see, he did not get money by effort alone. He got money because he became the man who has it. Do not think of money, think from money. Do not stand as a beggar, peering through the window of abundance. Stand as one inside the house. Feel the warmth of being provided for. Feel the ease of paying what you must. Feel the joy of giving without fear. This is not pretending, this is creation. Your assumption, held with feeling and persistence, must harden into fact. You may say, but I have so many memories of failure, so many proofs that it cannot be so easy. Then I say to you, you have in worshipping the past as if it were a god. The past is not a god. It is a shadow cast by your old states, and you can revise it. Listen carefully. Revision is the art of changing your relationship to what has been so that its power over your future dissolves. Suppose you recall a scene where you were rejected, embarrassed, deprived. Typically, you relive it and strengthen it. You talk about it. You identify with it. You say, this is who I am because of what happened. Tonight, do the opposite. Close your eyes, return to that scene, but do not enter it as the victim. Enter it now as the one you choose to be. See the same room, the same faces, the same setting, but let the scene unfold differently. Hear the words you wish had been spoken. Feel the respect, the love, the acceptance you longed for then. Change the ending, change the feeling, and remain in that new version until it feels more real to you than the old wound. You have not changed the outer history, you have changed the inner meaning, and it is the inner meaning that continues to create your future. A woman once did this with a painful breakup. She had been left suddenly, cruelly, without explanation. For months she replayed that moment, hearing his cold words, seeing his back as he walked away. She wore the state of the abandoned one, and life, obedient as always, brought her one disappointment after another. When she heard of revision, she thought it foolish. How can I change what happened? But in her desperation, she decided to try. Night after night, she closed her eyes and went back to that last conversation. But instead of hearing the cruel dismissal, she imagined him taking her hands, looking into her eyes and saying, I have been blind. You are precious to me. I choose you. I will not leave. She let herself feel the warmth of that moment, the safety, the relief, the sense of being wanted. She did this until the memory that once crippled her lost its sting. In its place grew a quiet knowing. I am chosen. I am worthy of devotion. Soon after, the man did not return. Something better happened. A new person entered her life, one whose character and tenderness were far beyond what she had known. He spoke words to her that almost matched the words she had been hearing in imagination. You see, she did not revise to bring that particular man back. She revised to free herself from the state of rejection. Once that state was dissolved, the world had to push out, a reflection of her new inner worth. The world is yourself pushed out. Everyone who enters your life, every apparent chance encounter, every conversation, every silence is shaped by the state you occupy. Change your state and your world must change. You may protest, but what of their free will? What of their choices? I tell you, every being is rooted in the same great I am. On the surface, they appear separate with their own stories, their own histories, but at the depth of being, there is only one awareness, expressing as many. When you change your state, you do not break their will. You call for from them the aspect of themselves that matches your new assumption. Think of someone with whom you have conflict. Perhaps they criticize you, perhaps they ignore you, perhaps they block your progress. You have accepted a state in which they are an obstacle, and you are the one opposed. Tonight in imagination, see them differently, see their face softening, hear them speak to you words of respect, words of cooperation, words of praise. Feel what it is like to be at peace with them, to be supported, to be on good terms. Do not do this to control them. Do this to change you, the you that you accept as normal in their presence. Once your inner relationship changes, they must respond or they must exit, and another will fill their role. The state is sovereign. Now let us speak of your body. Your body is the screen of space on which your habitual thoughts and feelings about yourself are projected. You say, I have this illness. It is genetic. It is inevitable. But have you examined the quiet inner story you carry about your body, about your health, about your worthiness to feel well? A man once came to me, not in person, but in essence. He said, I have been told I have but a short time to live. My family has accepted it. I have accepted it. Is there anything I can do? I said to him, can you accept another state? Can you even for a moment see yourself as one who has already passed through this diagnosis into a state of well-being? Can you hear a doctor's voice not telling you it is hopeless, but saying it is gone? You are well. There is nothing to fear. Can you feel the strength in your limbs, the clear breath in your chest, the easy joy of moving freely? If you can dwell in that state, if you can make it your secret reality, your body must answer. He did not argue about medical science. He did not fight with appearances. He allowed himself in the silence each night to live in the end of being healed. He heard the good report. He felt the gratitude of having already come through what others would call a miracle. And gradually, the evidence rearranged itself. His tests began to improve. The physicians were perplexed. They changed his prognosis. And in time, he walked out of that chapter with a body that no longer carried the fatal sentence. Was this magic? No, it was law. Feeling is the secret. He did not beg for health. He assumed it. He wore it as a state, even when his senses screamed otherwise. This is what I ask of you. Do not wait for the outer world to give you permission to feel as the one you desire to be. If you say, I will feel abundant when I see the money, then you have made the shadow the master of the light. If you say, I will feel loved when someone treats me well, you have given your own heart to the hands of another's mood. If you say, I will feel healthy when the report changes, you have made the paper greater than the power that shapes flesh and bone. Reverse it. Live in the end. Feel yourself now as the one you choose to be. Let the senses protest. Let the facts say. Halt their contradictions. Remain in your chosen state with a quiet, gentle knowing. This is the truth of me. The rest is shadow passing away. You ask, how will it happen? What will change? Who will help me? What door will open? I say to you, do not ask how. The how is the bridge of incidents that the law of your being will construct effortlessly once you have chosen the end. If you stand at the shore and decide that you will cross to the other side, only after you see the entire bridge built, you will remain where you are. But if you accept the island on the other side as already yours, if you feel the sand beneath your feet, the sun on your skin, the joy of having arrived, then life will arrange the means of crossing. An unexpected meeting, a sudden idea, a loss that opens a greater gain, a delay that becomes a perfect timing. All these are pieces of the bridge. From your current point of view, the bridge may look like chaos. You will call some parts good and other parts bad. Do not judge the bridge. Continue to live in the end. Continue to occupy the state of the fulfilled one. And one day you will look back and see that every twist and turn, every closed door, every disappointment was part of the perfect path from state to state. Let me give you a simple example. A woman desired to free herself from a stifling job. She longed for work that was meaningful, abundant, and allowed her to express her gifts. She began in imagination to live in the state of one who already enjoyed such work. Each night she went to sleep, feeling the satisfaction of having done fulfilling work that day. She imagined simple scenes, a friend asking, how do you like your new position? And her own voice answering, I love it. It is exactly what I wanted. The pay is wonderful. The environment is beautiful. She repeated this scene until it became natural. Then in the outer world, she was unexpectedly dismissed from her current job. Her first impulse was fear, but she remembered, I have already crossed inwardly. My true state is the fulfilled one. So she held that inner knowing even as she sent out applications, even as she heard no from some places. Within a short time, an offer came from a company she had never considered in a field she had once dismissed, yet it matched perfectly the state she had been occupying, meaningful work, richly compensated in an environment she loved. Being let go, which her old state would have called a disaster, was actually one step on the bridge to her chosen end. Do you see? You are not called to manage the bridge. You are called to choose the state and remain faithful to it. State first, evidence later. Now we come to the root of it all, your I am. Before you say, I am rich, I am poor, I am loved, I am alone, there is the simple awareness I am. This I am is not small. It is infinite. It is not confined by your present circumstances, by your culture, by your family, by your history. It is the same I am that say, I am the light of the world. I am the door. I am the resurrection and the life. In every scripture and every story where the divine speaks through human lips, when you say I am, you touch that same infinite root. Then you clothe it in a state. If you continually clothe it in states of lack, fear, resentment, self-pity, do not be surprised when your world mirrors those garments. Tonight I ask you to become deliberate in the clothing of your I am. Say quietly within yourself, I am the one who is favored. I am the one who is chosen. I am the one in whom abundance rests. I am the one whose path is made straight. I am the one whose body renews itself. I am the one whose relationships reflect love and respect. Do not say it to convince the world. Say it to convince yourself. Feel it. Let the words move from the head, into the body, into the chest, into the belly, until you feel a gentle shift. That shift is the movement of state. You may feel it as peace. You may feel it as warmth. You may feel it as a quiet joy. That feeling is the secret. Guard it. When tomorrow comes and the old shadows appear, when the bills arrive, when the diagnosis is repeated, when the familiar conflict arises, do not collapse back into the old state. Look at the shadow and say within yourself, this is only the echo of an old assumption. It is a picture of who I used to be. But I have moved. I am no longer there. I live in the end of my fulfilled desire. Return inwardly to the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Quietly, stubbornly, without drama, without begging, hold that inner position. This is persistence, not tension, not strain, not frantic effort. Calm, steady knowing. The outer world is slow. It lags behind. It is dense. Your inner world is quick. It is the seed. If you keep digging up the seed to see if it is growing, you delay the harvest. Plant the seed of a new assumption. Water it with feeling. Protect it with your refusal to contradict it in imagination. Then let the roots grow in the unseen. When it appears above the surface, you will call it answer, success, breakthrough. but it is only the visible form of what you have been quietly assuming in the secret place. Now, as you listen to my voice, you are being invited to choose a new state, not tomorrow. Now, what is the state you most long to occupy? The state of wealth, the state of being deeply loved, the state of peace in your body, the state of creative freedom? Do not list every detail. Begin with the essence. If it is wealth, what does it feel like to be one who always has more than enough? Feel the freedom of it, the independence, the quiet confidence when you look at any bill, any obligation, any opportunity to give. Feel the softness in your body when you know you are provided for. If it is love, what does it feel like to know you are cherished, chosen, respected? Not by a specific face, that may come, that will come, but first feel the essence. I am adored, I am safe in love. I am at home in the heart of another. If it is health, what does it feel like to wake up with energy, with clear mind, with ease of movement, with gratitude for your very breath? Let that feeling rise in you as if it were already true. Close your eyes now. Let the outer world fade. Take a slow breath. And in the theater of your mind, stage a simple scene that implies your desire is already fulfilled. Do not make it grand and complicated. Make it short, vivid, repeatable. If it is wealth you desire, imagine yourself looking at a bank statement or a simple message confirming your abundance. Hear the numbers, feel the paper or the device in your hand. Feel the relief, the gratitude. If it is love, imagine a familiar place. Your kitchen, your bed, your doorway, and hear the voice of another saying, I am so glad you are here. I love living this life with you. Feel their arms around you. Feel your own heart expanding. If it is health, imagine yourself walking outdoors, feeling strong, breathing deeply, perhaps hearing a friend say, you look radiant. You look so well. Let that scene be your own. Do not watch it as a distant movie. Enter it, see from it, not toward it. Look with your own eyes in that scene, touch things, hear sounds, smell the air. Most of all, feel the inner knowing, this is my life, this is my state, this is who I am. Remain there until it feels less like pretending and more like remembering. When you open your eyes, do not say, well, that was a nice fantasy. Say within yourself, I have done the inner act. It is finished in the unseen. Now the bridge of incidents will unfold. I may not recognize it at first. It may come disguised as delay, as surprise, even as loss. But I know I have moved in state, and the world must follow. From this moment on, begin to walk as one who has already received. You do not have to speak of it to anyone. This is not boasting. This is not performance. It is an inner posture. Let your inner conversations change. Stop rehearsing defeat. Stop replaying insults. Stop arguing with people who are not in the room. When you notice yourself telling the old story again, pause. Gently, without condemnation, return to the new state. Hear yourself speaking as the one who has already overcome, already succeeded, already healed. Say within, I am that now, not I will be, I am. And when the old story tries to rise again, you can use revision. Take the conversation you just had in imagination where you complained or feared or diminished yourself and change it. Hear yourself speak with wisdom, with calm assurance, with certainty of good. Let that be the version you keep. In this way, you redeem your inner past as you go. Day by day, night by night, you are weaving a new tapestry of state. I tell you, if you are faithful to this, you cannot remain as you are. The state you occupy must become your world. Tonight, you are standing at the doorway between states. Behind you lies the familiar state, the one of struggle, of waiting, of hoping without pauses. Sing of fearing tomorrow. Before you lies a new state, quiet, sure, abundant, loved, whole. No one can push you through that doorway. No outer condition can drag you there. You must walk through inwardly. Decide now. Say within yourself, I relinquish my loyalty to the old state. I release my identity as the one who never has enough, the one who is overlooked, the one whose body betrays them, the one whose destiny is small. I accept now the state of one who is favored, who is richly supplied, who is deeply loved, whose body is the temple of life, whose path is guided. I occupy this state now. I feel from it now. I think from it now. I dream from it now. Let this be your secret vow. And when you lie down tonight, before you fall asleep, return once more to that simple inner scene that implies your wish fulfilled. Let your last act of the day be to dwell in the end. Sleep in that feeling. For the state in which you sleep is the state you carry most deeply into the depths of your being. It will rise tomorrow as events, as encounters, as opportunities. Do not despise small beginnings. A subtle shift in someone's tone, a small increase, a gentle improvement. These are the first blades of grass breaking through the soil of your new assumption. Give thanks for them and keep your gaze on the fullness of the harvest already complete in the unseen. You are not a victim of fate. You are not at the mercy of others. You are not condemned to repeat the old patterns. You are the operant power. You are the one who imagines. You are the one who assumes. You are the one who feels. And what you occupy inwardly with feeling and faith must crystallize outwardly as your world. So I bless you now, not as one far away, but as the same life speaking to itself. May you have the courage to abandon the old state, the daring to accept the glorious one, and the patience to let the bridge of incidents unfold. From this night on, you will see with new eyes. When something happens, you will not say, "Why is this happening to me?" You will say, "What state is this reflecting? And what state will I now choose?" And again, you will return to the end, to the feeling of fulfillment, until it becomes more real to you than any outer fact. Then the facts will bow. They must. The state you occupy becomes your world. Occupy wisely. Begin now.